So I am starting another ink over glitter tumbler. That's what this one's going to be. So I'm going to use the epoxy method for my glitter. So I'm just going to get a little bit of glitter, or yeah, a little bit of epoxy. I don't need a ton. This is just going to be an adhesive. So I'm going to spread it pretty thin. You want your epoxy super thin when you're using it as your glitter adhesive, so it doesn't soak up all of your glitter. This one's going to be white, but sometimes your colored glitters will get really weird looking when you've used too much epoxy. It should be like 2 to 4 mLs max for this process. So that's where I'm at here. So I'm completely covered. I'm going to get this glove off because I don't want epoxy all over my glitter. I'm going to move the rest of my cup out of the way. I have other cups in the works and final coats on stuff. I'm probably still going to have too much epoxy, but I'm also wiping off the table underneath the cup just because I don't want my paper sticking in wet resin. Even though this particular paper I hate and I can't wait to change again. The clear that I had been using, the epoxy pops right off of. This particular one is more papery and it rips every time I go to pop a piece off. So it's aggravating, but I'm not ready to change it yet, and I don't have any clear paper left. Not enough anyways. So, and when I do the clear, I have to touch up the white paint underneath every time I change it, and I don't have that handy either. So I'm going to use Glitter Bees Snowflake Iridescent for the base on this one. This one's going to get a yellow, orange, pink, and purple. I can't remember what order she asked for them in, but I will double check before I get to that point. But it's going to get the ink over top. But first it's going to get this coat, then it's going to get one more coat of just clear epoxy. I probably won't come back for that part. I'm going to try and get it on a flood coat tonight before I leave for work. And then I'll be able to do the ink part with you. So, gonna let it spin. Let some of that fall off. And I'm going to have to tip it up a tiny bit to get the bottom. If you tape off your bottoms, you don't have to worry about your bottoms, obviously, but I prefer to do full coverage on the bottom. So, don't forget them if you do them. I love this glitter. It's one of my favorite whites. It's just got beautiful, beautiful iridescent coverage. So, I'm gonna let it spin, let some of that fall off. I will get the flood coat on, and I will be back to do the ink layer with you. Okay, I am ready to do the next step on this. I'm going to get my turner turned on. I already have my resin mixed and my gloves ready. I am using the KS Resin Liquid Stone for this one. This is actually the first cup I'm putting it on since it arrived. So we'll see what we think of that. I did sign up for an affiliate account for KS Resin because even if I don't like this one, I know I really liked that sample of the Art Encounter I used. So if I like this one as much, I will probably be switching to this for my tumblers. So once my link is up, I already forgot the password I made, so I couldn't pull the link yet. But once my link is up, it'll just earn me a small commission towards my purchases. So it doesn't affect what it costs you guys at all. Same thing with tumblers. If you follow my link to MakerFlow, it just helps me out a little bit, helps me support the channel. So if you're going to be using KS Resin, if you would use my link, I would very much appreciate it. And I will get all my links in the description down below. If they're not up immediately, I will get them there soon, because I had everything saved to my old phone for all of my links, and that is the only thing that didn't transfer, and I can't seem to get to transfer. So I'm slowly but surely like backtracking through my old videos and rebuilding my library of links. So they will be put up though. Alright, so this is coated. I remembered to put an extra glove on, so I'm going to strip the vinyl glove off. This one is going to get, and this is a little droopy, so I'm going to prop it up. This is going to get yellow. For my yellow, I'm going to use the Marabou alcohol ink in lemon, because I'm short on yellows, and yellows seem to be like sold out everywhere. I have to get used to these tops pop off, not twist off. I'm going to use Valencia for the orange. I'm going to use Flamingo for the pink. Those are both Tim Holtz. And this is going to get a purple section, which is going to be Tim Holtz Vineyard. I'm going to go with the Vineyard, even though it's a little darker than the other three colors, simply because it's the purple that seems to change the least once it's on a cup. So I'm going to swing my light back around a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to kind of section into fours in my head. And I do really like this lemon yellow. It's pretty bright. I tested it on a piece of paper because I got that in the Tim Holtz. Yep. What was it called? I can't even see it. I got a new Tim Holtz lemon or yellow that I didn't have, and it was a little bit more orangey, so I didn't want to use it for this one because I wanted a real yellow. Sometimes I like the flamingo and sometimes I don't. And I may actually grab a brighter pink to put a little bit of in as well. Also, I forgot to put any kind of protection under my cup, so I'll be getting my surface covered, which is fine. I am going to try to remember next time I go to the store to get new paper anyways, because this marble is just not working for me. So I'm going to grab another pink right here. I'm going to go with Gumball. It's a little bit brighter. And I just touched the tip to the thing, so I want to make sure I wipe that off pretty much immediately. Make sure I drip enough purple over the edge that it covers the bottom when I hit it with some heat. Alright, so I have full coverage. I'm going to scoop these out of the way. And I'm going to grab my heat gun and give it a little bit of a swirl, but not too much. So I'm going to turn the fan on as high as it goes and give it a medium heat. I just want the colors to kind of mix and mingle a little bit. Break up some of that dark purple. I'll push it down. I'm actually going to let the purple heat enough that some of it might roll off the bottom. And don't forget to get the bottom. Okay, so that is off. I am going to let this just spin and do its thing. You can't see a lot of the glitter under the purple. It's just because that purple is so dark, but I wanted it to stay purple. So that is it for that. I'm going to let this dry overnight, and I will go ahead and get the decal on it tomorrow and get it top coated. Okay, it is time to get resin on here, so I'm going to get this turned on. And I have a batch of KS resin liquid stone mixed up. That's what I'm going to use. From now on, I'm probably going to almost exclusively use the KS resin products for my tumblers. So I will tell you if I remember. But I currently am using the liquid stone. I switched to that in the last week and love it so far. And I did order the liquidy split, their version of a fast set resin. So that'll be here sometime next week. And I expect that to be a real game changer. So that's where I'm at with this. The decal that went on this, you'll see it when it comes back around again. It says, "There's a great big beautiful tomorrow." This may need one more coat of resin after this, but that's just going to be a clear coat, so just like this one, it'll be nothing fancy. So this will be it for what you see of this one. And the reason I say this one will probably need another coat is because the decal has that offset, so it's like double thick. So it probably won't cover with one coat. But that is it. Look how easy and smooth that goes on. I love it. I'm going to take my glove off and give it a quick torch. Some people say that the KS resins are harder to work with, but I see nothing difficult about them whatsoever. I don't know, so far so good. I used that sample I had and then immediately ordered a gallon worth of it, so I think I ordered 64 ounces of the liquidy split because that I haven't used, so that's kind of a lot for a first time use. But hopefully I will like it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you down and let you see this. Oh, I have my phone on the charger, and I just, I think, dipped the charger in the resin one more time. Certainly not the first time. I love that detail there on the back. That particular swirl makes me so happy. But nothing super fancy. Cricut offset is working, so I have been doing my offsets in Cricut for the most part. Sometimes I still do go to Inkscape if it's going to be a script font, because that is still easier to do in Inkscape. So, but this one I did do in Cricut Design Space. So that is it. Thank you for watching. This is an ink over glitter sparkle swirl tumbler.